How to make money as a teen mom. Now I'm speaking to a lot of you, which is probably parents who are helping your teen with now your grandchild, their new baby. So whether they're living at home or not is not the point. The point is, how do you make money and course correct this situation so you actually can have a rich mom's, potentially single mom life. I kind of like that. Plays off the rich dad, poor dad. So a couple things I want to talk about is how do you gain financial independence, which is really how are you going to make new money? So it's not getting a job down at some local service business. I mean, you really got to lean into being an entrepreneur. Maybe your parents help, maybe your friends help. Will come to those situations. So how do you gain some financial independence and stability, especially if you're a teen mom under 18 where you're not a legal even adult yet? That actually makes it a little more challenging. Your parents are going to have to lean in until you're at least 18. Second thing I want to talk about, just the importance right away of involving your children. So my Make Your Kids Millionaires book has from 0 to 5. What do you do right now to start getting that financial independence, not only behind you, but also the children as you're going to raise them very differently, potentially than you were raised, than I was raised. But it's time to include them as you become a mom in your 20s and 30s. Last thing I'm going to talk about, just how do you shift that mindset from being victimized or feeling like if this is a victim state for you. Some of you are in a celebratory state, but I find a lot of teams of moms are like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And they're almost like victimized by it versus how do you feel empowered about it? I know, and I'll just start with a story. I know when I was pregnant, January 8th, 1999, I knew I was going to be a single mom. So I wasn't a teen, but I was a single mom. So in a lot of ways, it's the same kind of an energy like, oh, how am I going to do this alone? Now, if you actually have a partner in the relationship and you're together, then you both have to lean in. What can you do to make new money? So to get some financial stability as a teen, you've got to make some new money. And the reason I said don't go down to a local like service shop. Now, if you have to for extra hours, and I know a lot of, bartending, waitresses, some of those kind of jobs actually have some great tips, especially if we don't have to tax tips. That's even better for everybody. But what do you know how to do? What are you already good at? Are you already good at social media, digital marketing? The bigger business for you, if you're good at social media, is how can you become, like I have a social media team who does my engagement, who does my posts. How can you become the videographer who's doing this recording right now? How can you become something sooner than expected and put some sort of a business around it? Your ability to make new money is in direct proportion of your ability to be financially stable. I can tell you, you've got to get how do I make money on your tool belt. So I have a link for 4 or 5 different direct sales companies that I would love to share with you, have you be a part of, and that's an easy thing. So it's from selling CBD to a great anti-aging skincare line, to a home wellness line, to gifts and cards. That's a fun one because you could actually be a personal shopper for a lot of people. So I want you to think bigger business, bigger dollars, that you can actually control your time, especially with a baby, depending on how old your child is. Again, Make Your Kids Millionaires. Again, it's in the link below. Make sure you get it. 0 to 5, what are the top things you got to do? 6 to 8, 9 to 11. Literally, I break down checklists per age, what you need to be doing. The sooner you decide what you want to be as an entrepreneur and get that financial stability under your belt, then at 18, you get incorporated. Right now, I would say get incorporated anyway so we can help your whole family with tax. Your parents are going to have a little bit of the benefit of that if you're under 18. But at 18, get an entity. We'll help you get a corporate structure. Put the business in it. Now you can employ your child. You said, what are they going to do at 0 and 1 and 2 and 3? They're usually models for the company. That is how every successful, wealthy entrepreneur works. We put our kids inside the companies, they're employed, you get Roth IRAs. Those are like the base minimum. And if that's all you did as a teenage mom is just contribute 100% of what you maximum could contribute, which this year is $7,000, to your child's Roth IRA, you do that for 20 years straight, you made your kid a millionaire. And along your journey, you're going to learn a lot. And the second thing I want to talk about was just how do you involve your kid? I mean, even as a single mom, I went out and bought a lot of real estate. So I didn't actually buy a home. Logan and I lived in duplexes and fourplexes while we're remodeling one side. We moved to the other side and we kept a very active, young business. And like they grew up in the real estate world of how to paint and how to have tenants and how to evict and how to do all of that stuff. So my kids grew up in that world. So I didn't leave them at home. I brought them with me. So I'd encourage you as you make new money to look at real estate as an option. Look at some of these direct sales companies in the links below. And I also want to give you 2 tickets to our Millionaire Intensive. Learn what it means to live corporate life. When I hear corporate life, some of you think, oh, go get a corporate job. No, I'm talking about you owning the company as described earlier, having an entrepreneurial venture in it, having the ability to make your own money because you can, and you have no fixed income because you're not going to have like a fixed salary. You're going to have an unlimited upside to do whatever you want. You could walk dogs. You could do whatever the law is in your community, in your area. You could bring others in for like infant daycare. That's really, really hard to find and very necessary for many families. You could do food prep. There are so many things that you could do as you get into this world called being a parent. Now, before I finish the conversation today, I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you here 5 days a week, so click that notification button and share this with a lot of other people. The more support you get around you, the better this becomes for you. Last thing I want to talk about is your mindset. So if this is a situation where you feel like you're the victim of this situation, I know I felt like that for a little while, but again, I had Bob Proctor mentoring me. So stay on my channel. Again, be here 5 days a week as a teen mom. I want you to read my books. The Millionaire Maker is a critical one, but really for a lot of you, go grab it on Amazon. It's Put More Cash in Your Pocket. How do you put more cash in your pocket? Or as you come to our Millionaire Intensive, I want to invite you to an event where you can learn to make money, learn corporate life, and be in a marketplace to practice selling your stuff, because you're going to need to sell stuff to people. That's called being an entrepreneur. So right now I want you brainstorming, thinking about it, having you out here. I have a huge playlist, so just go up to the search bar and look for a variety of topics that you want to get in. And for a lot of you, you just might use my Yes Energy book, because you're going to have a lot of yes energy to walk through this. And remember, your kids from 0 to 8 subconscious is being programmed by the way you behave. So live an empowered life and just be super mom, and they'll be super kids. If you have any questions at any time, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL, ask a question, make a request, and we'll be back tomorrow with more content.